Hey, good morning, everybody. It's early mornings, LALATE. It's Saturday. You're ready to crush the weekend? Crush the weekend, crush the Saturday. You know, in LA, we're on curfew, so we're not crushing the curfew. But boy, Steve Mnuchin's back in for your stimulus negotiations. Yes, this was a surprise. It's a full tag team. It's like 10 people on the negotiation teams now. And they think they're going to get it done. Do I think it's going to get done? Yeah, I do. But this would be money before the holidays. I want to get you money right now, and I'm getting viewers more money by the minute right now. And in this video, I explain how you can get this money. It's money you need. You can't wait much longer. And this is an incredible delivery of Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LA. It's the 6:30 edition. The coffee's brewing. I'm here. You're here. And apparently you prefer bacon over sausage. Bacon's the preferred side over sausage, and butter is not preferred over cream cheese. Cream cheese won that as well. Well, you know, I can't win it all, Mr. Butter. So there you go. In this video, I'm going to explain to viewers how you can get money right now. I'll be going over hands-on employment benefits a lot. I'll be going over more about how to do things over the weekend for your CARES Act 1 stimulus grants. I'll be going over what happened in Purple Power Chat last night, which is the importance of getting this money and how to get it right now and how to not take no as a yes, because ultimately there's a lot of no's, and I'm going to give you an example of what happened last night. You will be surprised. Meantime, Steve Mnuchin back in the negotiations for your second stimulus check. Really quite exciting, and let's get, oh, I forgot. This is a live instant premiere. Yes, so over to the side is an instant premiere. It allows you to just chat with your friends, and Early Mornings LA is just sort of an easy breezy early morning meetup. All the same familiar faces. This is a great community. It's always about 60,000 viewers on each show, and people just recognize each other. They just come in, they're like, hey, what's going on? And they know where they're from, the same cities. So get a cup of coffee, say hello to someone in the room, introduce yourself to someone in the chat, ask them where they're from, and you know what? I also said in Purple Power Live last night, I said, you know what? If you need help finding something, express it to another viewer, and they may help you. Have you found a grant in Jacksonville? Have you found a grant in Shreveport? And they will help you. With that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you start this new morning is that there's renewed hope for a stimulus package over the holidays because Steve Mnuchin is back into the negotiations. It's really quite surprising, but it's a full court press now with not one, not two, but really almost like a half-court team of negotiators. Kevin McCarthy, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell, Steve Mnuchin, and Mark Meadows. The question is whether there'll be more people in the room. And their staffers are involved. Mitch McConnell's staffers are involved. And what's incredible great news is that viewers are going on Twitter, finding Mitch McConnell's chief communications director, tagging him. So if you're on Twitter, tweet these videos, share them with McConnell's communications director. What you want to get the message out very clear is for Mitch to repurpose that CARES Act 1 money that's currently sitting at SBA, which is about $800 billion, as a standalone stimulus check to millions of Americans. It wouldn't cost him anything. It would be fiscally responsible because it would not increase the national debt. It would amount to about $5,000 stimulus check. Millions of Americans are owed that because they did not get a stimulus check in April or May or June. The original CARES Act was to give them multiple stimulus checks for the month of March, April, May. Before we went on lockdown, we knew we were going on 3 months of lockdown, and the original CARES Act was to have 3 months of stimulus checks. You ended up getting one. Some people got nothing because they're adult dependents. And so this time around, you're facing another round of lockdowns. And moreover, you have been waiting for a stimulus check for all these months. So it's not unreasonable, and it's actually quite logical to give a $5,000 stimulus check to those people in need. It's simpler, it's faster, and it's more fiscally responsible than anything else. One of the things I don't talk about of stimulus checks is how fast it is. And what Mitch McConnell wants you to do is ensure that you get the money the fastest way possible. Jerome Powell wants you to get the money the fastest way possible, and I want you to get the money the fastest way possible. Enhanced unemployment benefits is not fast. Enhanced unemployment benefits means it has to go from the federal government to the state, and then from the state to the U. It involves at least another step. When you're talking about direct payments, stimulus checks going out to millions of Americans, the money is just a one-step shop. And that the IRS, the Federal Reserve, has set up the ability to get you these monies right away within 10 days of becoming law. This is what you need because we're facing the holidays, we're facing COVID-19 cases, and you need this money right now. Next, unemployment benefits, yes. What a lot of viewers are not realizing, and I came up last night in Purple Power Live, is that UI is going away in December. UI weeks are expiring in December. FPUC already expired in July. PUA expiring in December. So we can't really do this much longer. This stimulus package needs to get approved right now. Next, SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad Benefits. $2,400 under the Biden administration. Biden wants you to have $2,400. This would be $200 a week, $200 a month, all the way to December 31st of next year. That would amount to about $4,000 annually, up to $4,000 annually, and $2,600 if we did right now. Then he wants to give you a step up. He wants to give you a raise up to 20% lifetime based upon your current benchmark. So if you're making $1,000 a month, he wants to bring it to $1,200. And he also wants to give you a new benchmark that would increase you annually that is not COLA. So you would get this first relief for stimulus on top of a stimulus check, not a replacement. Then you would get a step up right away in your lifetime benefits. And then he wants to step you up every year. So long as the index moves up as well. So this is really needed relief. Next, the issue of unemployment. A lot of viewers are now understanding how important it is to do the Right Now money on this channel. And one of the Right Now, there's three types of Right Now monies. First one is CARES Act 1 grants that are in your city or county or state. The second one is unemployment escalation. Third is EIDL. Let's go on over unemployment escalation. The numbers are very obvious. I had one viewer in Purple Power Live last night that said my state said they're not doing retroactive enhanced unemployment benefits at the moment, or raised unemployment benefits retroactively. I didn't know what his comment meant. Let me go over this though. They can't say we're not paying you ever retroactively. They may say we're out of money. But for example, if you made enough money to get you onto $400 a week and they're paying you $100 a week, they have to pay you $400 a week. I mean, it's just black and white. And for all those weeks they've been giving you 100 when they're supposed to be giving you 400 a week, and if there's 30 weeks of it, they got to send you a check for $12,000. Well, 300 times 330, $9,000. They have to send you a check for $9,000. Now, whether they have the funds or not now, that's their issue, but they have to pay you the money. So how do you get them this message? And what's important to do for you is getting this message loud and clear. First, if you were unemployed and you're now employed, it's fine. This is referring to the period in which you're unemployed. They paid you benefits. They made a mistake. They have to pay you more benefits. Next, if you are wondering about FPUC, that's different. This is just your base level UI PUA. It's the same thing as if it's UI or PUA. So you pull your 2019 tax return. How do you do it? This is how you do it. You pull your 2019 tax return. 2019, you look at it, line 1, how much you make. Okay, now you see it. Okay, ready for step 2? Okay, step 2 is you and I basically have an understanding of what you can do with that number. If the number is over 18,000, you can probably raise your weekly benefits about anywhere from $20 to about $60. If you're over $25,000 a week, you can raise it anywhere from about, $100 approximately per week. If you're over $30,000 2019, you can raise it generally to the maximum level, which is anywhere from $200 to $300 a week. You see what I just did here for you is giving you basically the benchmark of what a certain income producing person gets on unemployment per week. And so I have viewers in the last 48 hours, or even 24 hours, that said, dude, I watched your video. I made $35,000 last year. I know it's not a lot of money, but I made $35,000. And they're giving me crap. They're giving me $100 a week. What the hell is this $100 a week? You told me I qualify for more than that. I said, hey, here's my tax return. I got my tax return. This is a person from New York. I got my tax return, sent it to them. I said, here's how much money I made last year. Why are you paying me $100 a week? Oh, sorry. Here you go. So you qualify for $450 a week. Suddenly he raised his weekly benefits $350 a week. And he's been on unemployment since March or February, 30-something weeks. He's getting $9,000 now. Another viewer, same thing. It's just, you know. So let me explain to you the implications of this. The implications of it are very obvious. One, it's money. It's a lot of money. Second, it's enough money to get you through this holidays. It's enough money to get you through this pandemic to the early part of next year, despite whatever Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi want to do, or Chuck, or whoever's the people of the du jour. If you get $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, this is, you know, it changes your life during the holidays. So why would you not want to do this? Next, it has nothing to do with FPUC. So I have not made this clear, but I presume you understand this, is that if they do come in and say, okay, we're giving you FPUC, it expired in July, Mitch and Nancy have agreed, we're going to do FPUC retroactive to September, that has nothing to do with what I just did with you. That's going to be additional money. So if you've been on unemployment since March and they're going to do FPUC retroactive for 8 weeks, you know, let's say whatever it is, $600 a week, 8 times 6, you're going to get $4,800 on top of what I'm doing for you here. The money just keeps on adding up. And so this is sort of the spirit of this channel. I get people money on the come. I don't wait for you to get money somewhere else. And what's important to understand is that no is not a no. Last night, now I'm changing subjects. Last night at Purple Power Live, one viewer in the comments, as the screen was coming, I see comments on the screen as I'm recording. One viewer said, oh, well, first of all, I knew who was in the room because I said hello to a couple people early on. And I knew that Barbara Perez was in the room. She was the third viewer who had gotten a grant on this channel. The second or third viewer who got the grant. First was Maria out of New Jersey. And then either Barbara was second or someone else was second. And I knew where Barbara was from because I had seen her, I learned of her win of a grant in Purple Power Live 2 days earlier. And she's in Miami Springs and it was for rent. And so someone in the Purple Power Live chat wrote in the chat for everyone else to see, there's no grants in Florida. Now, I don't know the tone, I'm giving tone to the comment, but I don't know the tone of the comment, whether it was to be angry towards me or to be upset about the situation. But what I said to the viewers was the following, I'm saying this to you, was that ultimately I'm concerned about when comments like that post to the channel, because if someone watches a video like this one and someone drops the comment, there's nothing in Florida, it's actually wrong. It's actually very, very wrong, because Barbara Perez was in the room. She had just gotten a grant from this channel in Florida 24 hours earlier. Another viewer had gotten a grant in Orange County, Florida, a stimulus check grant in Florida the same day. In fact, that viewer got the Orange County, Florida stimulus grant check because I did a video about the Orange County, Florida stimulus check grant. So you can see that that I personally knew of, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 viewers who had gotten Florida grants for rent in the last 24 hours. And here was someone saying there's no grants in Florida. And what my concern is that you may see something like that and give up. And so, oh, yeah, that person said there's no grants in Florida. I'm going to presume that's right. I'm just going to give up. So ultimately, if you're one of those people that wants to jump into the comments and say, there's just nothing, that really doesn't help you or help anyone else. Because ultimately, I understand. It's different than saying, can you help me find something? I can't find something. That's one thing. But to say there's just nothing really discourages not just people in your state, but people in other states that presume that what you're saying is true, which is actually untrue. And so what's important to understand is that you may not only see this on the channel, but you may see this when you call 211, or you call the city hall, you call the county, because these government officials, not officials, these government employees or city employees sometimes just don't know or don't care. You know, they're hired just to do something else, and they're not hired to keep track of COVID grants. It's someone else that does it. And you call them up and they don't route you to the person. Suddenly you just presume it's just not there. Bottom line is, if you get a no, you don't stop. You keep on calling until you get a yes. And ultimately, if your comment is that I called and it's a no, that should have a comma after it said, but I'm going to keep on calling. Because ultimately, if you got a no, that's fine. You got a no, but you should not stop at a no. You should keep on calling until you realize that it is a yes. If you have questions or comments to today's video, drop in the comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Go to friend's channel, subscribe, because no one's getting you grants and money better than I am. I'm here dedicated to getting you money by the minute. Not here to sell you Tesla stocks or flip your house or talk about, you know, what color my hair is. But I am here to talk about Christmas wreaths. 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Holidays LA, please tune in. And I'm also here to talk about more about stimulus, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on LALATE Mornings LALATE. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay in LA for more.